I really hope this phone does not fall. I just wanted to talk about this because this is something I just released recently, a video. I'm in my bathroom, so excuse the barrenness and yeah. Um, I have a sister-in-law from hell. She is completely awful. The summer of 2021, she literally tortured my niece and nephew. Left them in a room all summer, all day long, all summer in a hot ass room. They don't follow rules. She brought cigarette smoking into my family. I'm sitting here. Thank God I'm in a group home right now, and the people are pretty respectful here, so that's nice. But I can talk about this because she's not around. Like in past videos, she was kind of around. Um, She is completely awful. Her name, I'm going to put her name here because she's awful and I really don't like you. And I think that you should divorce my brother and move on with your life because you clearly are your own self in the movie um, Army Wives. That movie. It's not a movie, it's a television show. Well, it's a television show, and you guys can watch it however you watch it on YouTube and however that works. She literally left my niece and nephew in a room. My nephew, I thought for some reason my mom was like, well, cigarette smoking's bad, so leave the. I thought she had told them to leave the window open so there can be some airflow, and they obviously don't like people, and so they're shutting and locking the door downstairs. And I thought that it was the wind, and then God, as he works and as he does what he does, was like, no, it's your nephew kicking the door because he wants out. And she's literally, one day I was just tired and of being in that house, really being in my room watching YouTube or whatever I was doing, God only knows. Just forgive the past, right? Um, she, I literally hear her yelling, and she's literally a villain. I literally hear her yelling at my nephew, like, because my nephew, he wants out of the room. He's a very smart kid. He's like his Uncle Micah. And it's like his Uncle Micah Toby, and is a very smart kid, and so he wants out and wants to explore. And kids, Gracie Weatherly would know. Kids want to be free, and the time of day they want to be holy. They want to practice holy, sacred things and be out and and be careful, right? They want to be out. They want to. My nephew's a very happy child. He's probably a lot like Robbie, anyways, from the movie Gracie's Choice. I might leave that video down below. I might not. It's on bootleg, so like you kind of can't expose that type of stuff. But I'm just gonna mention it like I've been mentioning. I've finally found my ring. But I don't know. I'm pretty happy about it. I do not like you, Carrie Damon. I'm gonna call you Barone just because it's a very popular name. You're Christian's wife. We all know that you are. I'm super frustrated with you. I'm glad I'm in a house that is not that house that I came from before all of this legality with me. I don't like you. I think I speak for everyone when I say that I don't like you. And I do mean everyone. There's a lot of people that I could probably name off the top of my head right now. My friend Sarah didn't like you. Her parents, Damaris and Ivan Jr. didn't like you. And I know that they don't. Melanie Bower Stocks doesn't like you. My auntie Colleen definitely doesn't like you. We don't like you in my family at all, and so we would like you to please move on with your life and divorce, and you need to go off and go Just go. I do believe I was told that somehow you're pregnant again. That child is not going to live much past like 5, 6, 7, 8 months. I don't like you at all. I think that you're disgusting and gross, and I think that the fact that you brought homelessness into my family is awful. You know, normally what happens when you're abused in a family is you be like Gracie Weatherly and you make your way out and you save your virginity while going through the motions of fixing yourself and getting better and not falling into the sin traps of the devil in life, because it's stupid, because nobody should do that. And I don't think I'm speaking from Gracie Weatherly's point of view at all, because it did mention in the video that, oh, well, she gave herself to a man that, oh, well, they were in love. They were not in love, because if they were in love, they would have stayed together and made it work. They didn't make it clear in the video that they made it work. I don't appreciate the relationship that you have forced my mom and I to have. The relationship my mom and I have is next to nothing. And when Angelica from Bridge 1 in Oregon State Hospital tells me, oh, you know, you can talk to your mom about your dreams, your aspirations, your goals. And I'm sitting here like, excuse me? Like, I try to talk to my mom about those things, Angelica, but she just turns them down and casts them down. So how am I supposed to have a relationship with my mom when she's hating on my love life that I saved my virginity for, that I know God has instilled in me? I have a cousin named Jared. I don't have some random ass person out there like some celebrity who doesn't know how to keep their vagina clean at all. So just be glad, Kim Kardashian, and those of you alike, that you don't have an STD, or you probably do, because you can't even have kids. Yeah, Kim Kardashian recently oddly divorced after I just can't do it anymore, and I'm tired of her acting like she's Kim Kardashian. My mom even says that she doesn't like this woman and she feels ashamed of it because you have bad self-esteem issues. I really don't care. If you want me to take you to court, I will. And I'll probably win like Flynn, because it's easy to win against somebody who keeps destroying your house. And you can't freaking clean a house at all when your freaking ex-husband threw up on the bathroom counter in the house in Charbonneau. Some of my viewers here on this channel may have remembered that house. It was super old and probably should have been demolished and then made a newer and bigger house. I don't even know how to explain that. It's awful what you're doing, and you need to stop, and you need to divorce my brother, because I don't appreciate the way that you have treated me. And like I said before, if I have to press charges against you, I will, because you have literally broken literally every single house. My mom was supposed to buy the 561 Southeast 6th Place house in Canby, Oregon. I think I'm far into this video. My mom was supposed to buy that house. She never got a chance to, because she kept eating up all of her money. If you want to go and have a family, how about you have a family with my cousin Christian? He looks like Drake. I'll leave that video down below for sure, because it's pretty good. But Christian is a lot like Drake, the singer, and he's probably looking for somebody, but isn't looking for somebody because you're not around. You're not in the military, and he's in the military, and he's supposed to be in the military, and you were supposed to go in the military. I'm done with you. I thought I would come on camera and kind of expose this woman, because she has been the loss of everything good in my family. That house, I'm surprised every single time the cops came to our house, they didn't freaking see the kitchen and how a mess it is, and rotten food everywhere and things that aren't clean. And like I said, when her husband threw up on her ex-husband, my bad, because, you know, when you have a husband, it's said by God, not said by Satan. When you have what was I gonna say? So many things going through my mind, you guys. I just can't stand this woman. Yeah, and I can't deal with you either. We were never friends. We're never going to be friends. You know, that's what that's what if any of my audience is watching that isn't her, that's what Kimmy Vaughn said, and I'm like, okay, well, me and Carrie were never friends. I'm never gonna be friends. Because this girl's crazy, and I don't want to associate myself with her. She be forever taking everybody's things. I don't deal with that. You got the wrong girl. Sorry, Brianna Barone, but she's your sister-in-law, and you need to pop a knot in her Patuski because she acts like Kim Kardashian when she needs to get her own daughter a Band-Aid because she put cuts on her own kids. My niece has so many bruises all over her leg. She's had so many bruises all over her leg. I swore that they were beating her behind the scenes because my brother wants to act like O.J. Simpson. I'm not putting up with this anymore. I'm not going back to that house, and if you people touch my stuff, I will have you locked up and put in prison for life. Okay? Yeah, you heard that correctly. Stop throwing up on the bathroom counter, brother, because you don't want to be Isaac and you don't want to follow Christine's rules and my dad's rules set for you. He was a great father and took me all over America and broke his heart that I couldn't stay with him, and now I feel terrible that I didn't stay with him because you guys don't have a life up here, because you don't want to be when in the movie Lemonade Mouth and appreciate that you have an in-law family in the next town over. It's like 10 minutes a drive from your house, the new house. You think they're in Canby, Oregon, and it's smack dab in the middle of Canby, Oregon. It's just frustrating to be part of it. If you guys comment on my channel, I will delete and block you because I have that right on YouTube, because this is a business. You can ask Bethany Moda, you can ask the Shadehards, you can ask Judy and Benji from It's Judy Time. It's just bogus of what's going on, and I'm glad I'm exposing it now because I can't deal with it anymore. And I think that this woman needs to be called out on her crap because she doesn't belong in my family at all. No, you don't belong in my Grace family at all. You're not even in the playlist. And yeah, you are Jenny Farley's enemy, Angelina, and you need to leave my house, and we will no longer be anything close to friends. And I really was never your friend, and you were never my friend. Anytime you left my house to go move somewhere else, it seemed like you weren't doing anything. My brother needs to divorce you and move on with his life. Yeah, I'll definitely be leaving that. I actually have a playlist on it. I think it's open, and it's just a video from Steve Harvey talking about this one guy and his wife went on a cruise with some other guy behind her back. And yeah, that's you. I can't deal with it anymore. I cannot deal with you anymore. You are an abusive person, and I don't believe that this child that apparently you're gonna have or having is even real. I think that it's gonna end up dead because you don't even know how to take care of it. How are you laying on your back giving this man any attention when you have a broke back and when you can't take care of nobody, and you're probably gonna end up dead because you don't know how to do anything for yourself. You don't even know how to clean. Yeah, the cops, you cops in Malala, Oregon, you need to pay attention, because that house was the same house, looks like the same house that I ended up getting shipped down to my father's house in 2005. And I throw my hands up at this point. I really do. Because you cops are stupid for believing Bryce Walker for molesting me and Carrie. And she doesn't even have the guts to admit it, because apparently they're trying to compare her to my daughter Chloe in the movie 13 Reasons Why. That house is a mess. It is a rotten, disgusting bowl of God only knows what. Probably throw up all over that damn house. When your ex-husband threw up on the bathroom counter, I had to freaking clean it up for you. Because one, I'm a Virgo, and two, I don't do half of the crap that you do that screws people's lives up, okay? I apologize to the people in my house that I'm travailing in the spirit, but I'm frustrated and I have a right to be. He said, nobody deserves to have a sister-in-law from hell that's literally yelling at my niece and nephew as if my nephew doesn't want to be let out of the house. Oh, well, he goes this way and he does that. No, he doesn't, because you guys don't discipline him. And you know what? I think this is hilarious. The not hilarious, serious, is this kind of stuff was sort of happening with people that aren't even kids in the movie, or not in the movie. Well, there's disregarded things. It's a movie, but that was happening in the Oregon State Hospital in Bridge One, because you guys don't do anything. And yes, Dr. Sadie, with the Trump's involvement, I'm going to sue your ass because you're a liar, because you came against my marriage that has fixed me and fixed my relationship with my own father and so much other things that I'm not going to mention because I don't care to mention it in this particular video. Divorce my brother, lady. I don't like you. I don't like what you brought on my family. I don't like your mother. I think that she's rude, and I think that she's never been respectful towards me. You guys keep my house a mess, and to every house that we've lived in a mess. I mean, you guys never let my mom buy a house since I moved back up here in 2009. So there you go. It's out. If you cops find this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and use it against or whatever in court. Not against me. I don't see what's the point of that. This woman is a sister-in-law from hell, and I think I'm done making this video. You need to divorce my brother. I don't know how many more times I can mention it. I don't even know when I'm going to release this video. Probably tomorrow. I'm just done with you. I already made a video called Who Doesn't Want Healing? Because you're ridiculous. Erica is way times better than you. She probably would be cleaning my mom's house for her for free without any McDonald's food runs, and my mom doesn't even trust you with half of the crab. And you know what? You probably killed my Nana Judy because you came into my family with your false grace doctrine and all your stuff and everything. I'm not going to stop pouring out the truth just because somebody out there in America is automatically offended to the point where they want to be violent. And I'm done with the violence that you brought onto my family. You need to divorce my brother, and you need to move on with your life, and you need to get out because we don't like you. Point blank. I don't like you. I don't like what you brought on my family. I don't like that you made my brother this nasty, horrible person. He was never like that, at least before. He was kind of a jerk and was hanging around smokers, and he shouldn't have been hanging around with the bad crowd. My dad should have never let my mom move up here, because this is exactly what happens. The devil gets in and roots out everything, and I'm done with you, Carrie. I don't like you, and I will never be going back to that house as long as you're there and being disrespectful. My brother was kind of a bit of a jerk, and that's how I ended up getting put down to my dad's. But guess what? These kids are going to end up with your in-laws, Todd and Martha Barone, because that's where my kid's at. I have a lot of family, and even my cousin Jordan, that these kids will probably end up with if you keep fucking around. You divorce my brother and this video is over.